YouTube is a place for people to share their ideas. If by people you mean 13-year-old girls, and by ideas you mean how they love the Jonas Brothers. I'm just kidding, but let's be honest, that's a hefty majority.
That's true. That's comedian and director Bo Burnham, one of YouTube's first viral stars. Back in 2016, when he was just 16, Burnham began posting videos of his satirical songs from his bedroom. He went on to perform stand-up around the country, star in his own TV show, and film 4 comedy specials, all by the time he was 27. Now he's written and directed his first feature film. It's called 8th Grade. It's inspired by his experiences growing up and performing online. The film follows a 13-year-old wannabe YouTube star. Her name is Gayle, through her last week of middle school, including fights with her dad at the dinner table.
I think you were so...
I'm gonna stop eating with you if you keep saying
You said I could say one thing. Can I say one thing, please?
Fine.
Thank you. Look, when I was your age, I was not cool like you. You have all these interests and your videos and just how you express yourself in them is so... It's just so cool. It's so great. And I just think maybe you just need to put yourself out there a little bit.
Please stop.
Please stop. 8th Grade is getting rave reviews. The Washington Post calls it no perfect debut for the new filmmaker. His name is Bo Burnham. He joins us at the table. Bo!
Thanks for having me.
Congratulations. This movie, I can't tell you, it's so, so good. And the dad is trying so hard, and I fell in love with that little Elise Fisher.
Yeah.
But it's told from her perspective, and you are a grown-ass man. How old are you now? 20?
I am 27, yes.
You're 27. So how were you able to get into an 8th grader's mind so well? What did you do?
I watched hundreds of videos of kids online talking about themselves. The movie's sort of framed with her doing vlogs.
Because it starts out, hey, hi guys, it's Kayla.
Yes, yes. Yeah. And I was very interested in kids expressing themselves online. The boys online tended to talk about video games. The girls talked about their souls. So I was like, okay, I'm probably going to write about a girl. It's a little more interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah, the good thing about this generation is if you want to learn about them, they are posting everything about themselves online. So the research is pretty quickly at hand.
But you said you were a hammy loser boy, so I'm wondering if you're drawing that. Your words, not mine.
Yes.
Were you drawing
the hammy?
Like when I was in 8th grade,
Hamming it up.
It was like the class
I wasn't. My shyness or my anxiety didn't really peak until I was sophomore.
Yeah, but it's the loser boy part. I'm thinking about. So did you draw from personal experience at all?
I mean, 8th grade wasn't ideal for me. My body was exploding, and I was, terrified of everything all the time. But no, I really wanted to talk about how I was feeling living now. And for me, like, the culture's kind of going through an 8th grade moment.
Yeah.
I feel unsure of myself, weird, strange.
Well,
I'm sweating all the
anxiety.
time.
You wanted to explore anxiety, which
Yeah.
I think is something that so many people know about with their kids, right?
Yeah, I think so. And it's just a very anxious time. I think for all of us, it's an anxious time now. And especially being an 8th grader right now feels impossible to imagine.
As the father of an 8th grader, there were moments in this where I had to run out of the room. It was just too just spot on. And the thing also is, at that age, you're trying to figure out what your identity is, whether you add social media or not. You do little experiments and tests. You go away to camp and you're a different person than when you come back to school.
Yes.
But now it's all recorded, and the feedback is in real time with likes or no likes. And the way in which Kayla says, she's not sure if anybody's out there listening to her. I mean, it is so acute. So how does social media basically make more acute what is a natural thing that even you went through and that all of us went through, but that's been maybe exponential?
What I'm interested in the movie is just really taking inventory of it and just trying to describe it. There's so much commentary in the current moment and so much commentary about what kids are going through and not enough descriptions. So the movie itself is just trying to go, I don't know if social media is making it worse or better. It's making them more connected and lonely, more stimulated, more numb. They can express themselves or objectify themselves. And this movie's just trying to express it honestly and maybe give you the raw materials to have a conversation.
And you used actual 8th graders in the movie. Tell us about some of the auditions for that, because they're not all actors.
Yeah, a lot of them were just kids from the actual school that we filmed at, real 8th graders. I would go up every Saturday before we were making the movie and meet all the extras one by one, have a little conversation with them. I'd say, what's your name? Do you have a special talent? One girl came up. I said, what's your name? She said her name. I said, do you have a special talent? And she said, I have eczema. So it was really like, another kid was eating a bell pepper like an apple, and I was like, oh, you're so qualified. You know, so how can we get the kids into this movie unprocessed?
But you give good
incredible.
messages in the movie, too. One line you have, confidence is a choice. Just act it even if you don't feel it. You can't be brave unless you're scared. I love that line, Bo.
Yeah, well, I mean, I'm choosing to be confident right now.
Yeah,
You know, straight.
Eleanor
Act like I know what I'm
Roosevelt had the
talking
same
about.
Message. How did you direct, though, an 8th grader? Because you don't want to get in the way.
Well, I was warned a lot, like, you don't want to work with kids. Like, they're so difficult. I found it to be the exact opposite. The adults were the ones that I was going, like, stand over here. And they're going, is my light over here? And the kids are going, I'm going, spit in your hand. And the kids are going, which hand? You know what I mean? So, like, the kids are just so open and, like, ready to imagine and be free. So it was, like, super incredible.
The movie is rated R.
Right.
Yeah.
But do you want 8th graders to see it? Why should they see it? And I saw that Common Sense gave it 4 out of 5 stars.
Yeah.
And 99 Rotten Tomatoes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think, I think it's a soft R, first of all. 8th grade is rated R because 8th grade is rated R.
Yeah.
You know, it didn't feel like it was my responsibility to try to portray a reality that was appropriate for kids.
Like
it's our reality as a
version.
culture to create a reality that's appropriate for kids. I promise you this movie is not exposing your kids to anything they're not
they don't
already
already
aware
know,
of.
yeah.
And I think it can actually incentivize some good conversations that might not happen.
Everybody's
agree.
focused on you being able to channel an 8th grade girl, but it's the father's message at the end. How'd you do that? You don't have an 8th grade girl.
Yeah, well, you know, I feel like both of them. I feel like a scared kid on the internet and an out-of-touch dude that has no idea what's going on. And, you know, there's actually a lot of my mother in what he's saying at the end. But I'm right between them. You know, I'm 13 years between them, so I was able to sort of, I think.
Well,
Bravo,
Bo Burnham.
Bo.
Yeah,
Bravo. It's
bravo.
really
I mean,
good.
so timely, really.
Well, appreciate it, guys. Thanks for
Really
having me.
good.
8th grade is in select cities now and will be in theaters nationwide on August 3rd.